this is Troy from Michigan Prospectors. I'm back on the road of glitter today, and I'm picking up specimens to take home and make into jewelry. I've already got in the truck a 5-gallon bucket of black sand / specular hematite. This is about 200 pounds right here. And I'm going to work that into epoxy for jewelry and coffee coasters. And I'm about to head out there to start getting some samples for cutting and slabbing. I have been in the truck for 5 days. This is my home. This is my mobile home. But this is the first time I've picked up my camera because I have been with friends up in the copper country where I've got a lot of beautiful things. There's epidote, there's calcite, there's Kingston conglomerate, there's copper ores, there's silver ores, there's prehnite, thompsonite, malachite. I've got a lot of nice specimens here to take home and work with, all the way from side to side in the bed of the truck. Some of these, all of these were hot on the metal detector, and some may contain silver as well as copper. So I've got some beautiful ones here with different colors. So I've got a lot of things to work with this winter, and slab out some and make jewelry out of some. It's just going to be a good time. So I'm going to head out there and get some stuff to take home. Here's that road of glitter that I was so in awe of. Every footprint, every tire track, everything shows up as a shiny glitter. It is so beautiful here. So overwhelming on the eyes. There's whole boulders of it. There's some that don't shine as much. Some are mixed. But there are some really beautiful samples. Here's this little one that are just incredible. That's what I'm taking home with me, is these things. And you got to pick and choose what you want. There's mountains, a mountain. There's just mountains of it out here. You can see people have been picking off what they want. This is champion, and I guess there's no real use for it outside of jewelry and crafting, so nobody's chewing this up. So I don't mind sharing this with everybody because there's enough to go around. It is a lot out here. And if you get the right flat face like that, then that's what I'm taking home, pieces like that for jewelry making and crafting myself. And the fine powders I'll be selling for, people can use them in their own crafts at home. It's just so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? And some of these rocks look like a tree. Look at that. It just looks like a tree with burls in it. That's just amazing how that is worn, the surface of that. That is incredible. Yeah, so here I am getting samples, and then I'll head over the beach for gold prospecting. Well guys, there's my camp. I am spending the next 2 nights here, actually at a real campground. I can't find a place where I can legally stay in the truck near where I want to be. So I got a real campground. Anyway, it's not tidy, but I'll be getting it all put away. I'm having a bit of dinner, and then tomorrow I'm going to go exploring for some gold. Good morning, everybody. Beautiful. Started out with a jacket, but it's already 7:30. Getting too warm. I just arrived here with my portable sluice box setup, and I am very sad to find that people have been tearing it up. The wall has been shoveled out, and over here under the bank it's been undermined, and you can see shovel marks. And let me take another spot. You can see people have tore the bank up. There's shovel marks, they've dug pits in here. All kinds of clear, distinct shovel marks. Shovel marks. That's sad. I was planning to work the black sands that was a 4-inch thick layer on the beach, but check it out. It's gone. It is gone. So because I got injured, I didn't get back out here right away, and I'm too late, it looks like. There's just a tiny, well, here somebody's done some scooping here. There's some scoops in there. People have been scooping. You can see, I don't know if there's anything left. There's shovel marks everywhere up in here, all down along the beach line. I don't know if there's anything left, but this was a 4-inch thick layer when I was here last time. I guess we'll have to see what we can see, but it's all gone. Now granted, the beach does change the landscape, but it doesn't do clear digging into the bank like that. This here was where the pay dirt was. The best load was down here, and I don't know where they put it. It is gone. So yeah, I guess we'll see what I can scrape up here and there, what's left. There's little bits here and there. Won't be much today, I think, though. Have to wait for next year and hope nature replenishes it. Been doing some test pans here along this black sand layer, but I found one speck of gold total. I dug down checking out different layers. There's different layers of black sand and yellow sands, and it gets down to a gravelly strip. Nothing. One little tiny speck. So I got to keep looking around, prospecting. It's all about prospecting. See where the pay streak is. You can see a lot of black sand up in here, but it is churned up from people. It is a mess here. They run through the forest down over here and down up over here. You can see the land is eroded, and you can see piles of sand down here. And that's really disturbed the black sands in the bank here. So I'm gonna try sampling a bit of this mess that's been jumbled up and see if there's anything around here and maybe down in here where it may have been concentrated out. I'm wondering if maybe nature has concentrated it out here for me, but I guess we'll see. I'll do some sample pans and see if there might be some pay dirt in here. Here's a little bit of a little blob of black sand. I'll try that. Here's a little spot. That's a rock, but nature is weird, and nature does things, odd things. Oh, there somebody has taken a shovel. Look at that. That's clearly been taken out. So somebody's been through here just recently, not long ago. So I'll see what we can find here, but this is where the 4-inch thick sand was a month ago. I just dug a little pit just to see the layers. There's a thin layer here, then some white sand. There's a little bit of a not so concentrated layer, then some white sand. There's a thicker layer, and then there's gravels. Now I'm going to take samples from different layers here and see if I might find something. Now, if you dig a hole, be good and fill it back in so nobody falls in it or gets hurt. So this is just a test pit and see where the stuff might be found. I found one flake. It's nothing to write home about, but it's there. So I'll keep testing, and when I find the pay layer, I'll run it. Well, there's my recirculating sluice setup. I got a car battery, my sluice, the Dream Mat, and my first half a bucket of cons of black sand from the beach. And by the way, I'm going to backfill and leave everything as I found it where I'm working. I am not eroding the bank. I'm working on the flat area, and then I'm going to backfill. I'm also far away from people. So I'm going to run that through, and then I'll process out the cons and see what I find. I don't have a tripod. It was just too much to hike out to where I am. Give me a bench and put a board up that I found. This is running better than I expected. I can run about that much at a shot. And it's washing out pretty well. Even the pebbles are coming out good. So I just let that run down most of the sand down the middle, and then I add another shot. So I'm running it faster than I did at home. Of course, at home I was being careful because that's all I had. And that little sample that I had. But now in the real world I can see it's performing quite well. Very well. I can feed faster than I thought I was able to, which makes me happy. I just wait a second for the thickest layer of the black sand to run down, and I'm collecting in my Garrett gold pan. That way I don't have as much weight to carry. My wrist is still sore from the injury I had, so that way I don't have so much weight to carry, emptying the pan out. And I'm keeping it in a pan so that I can put it back in the hole I got it from. Keep it all neat. So it's going to take me some time to run this bucket, but not as long as I thought it would be. I think it's going to turn out okay. Not seeing any gold yet, but I didn't see gold at home either in this because of those deep pockets in here. I'm hoping that by the time I get to the bottom of the barrel, so to say, I will start seeing a line of gold in there or something visible, but I won't know until it's time to clean out. After this bucket's done, I'll do a clean out. But pebbles, no problem. They're running right on through. That one's gonna make a liar out of me. Isn't that funny? It's funny. I got two flat ones, just as I said, no problem. Isn't that how it goes? Those were the first ones that stuck on me. But most of them are round and flushing right out beautifully. Well guys, I just shut it off. I had 3 full pans basically out of a half a bucket. So it's time for my first clean out. I've been out here on the beach for 4 hours, but half of that was prospecting and carrying and setting up equipment. So I'm going to empty my pan here, clean out my bucket, and let's see what's in that mat. There's gold in there. It's really hard to sort out. I'm not going to mess around here on the beach too much. I can't tell if you can see it. There's gold up in here. I don't know if you can see it. There's gold all along the edge in here. Right there's a mess of gold. It's really hard for me to see what I'm showing you, but I think you can see the specks. But especially up in the top here, I got some gold flakes up in there. I don't know what all you can see. It's really hard to sort out here in the field. All up in here. I can't see my display. All up in here is gold. All up in here. It's all little. There's a bunch up in here in the middle. Where am I? Where's my finger? There's all up in here is a bunch of gold. All up in here, there's some microfines all through here. Up in here, there's some gold trapped in there. I see some nice flakes. And I'm sure there's a lot in the black sand. So, for a half a bucket, you know, I got some visible results. So, I won't know till I do the final clean out, but I think I'll run some more. It was fun. It's peaceful, relaxing, beautiful, and I had a little bit of gold.